I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. These people are eating themselves to disability and they can't wake up. Wake up. You are eating yourself to death. You cannot move. You can't move. And you're crying on the internet because you live in the largest city in the Pacific Northwest and you cannot find a scooter to fit your ass. Wake up. Wake up. Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin, also known as SunnySideUpGal, and you are my Sunny Side Up pal. Good morning, good morrow, and good day. If you are new here, please consider giving me a subscribe and go ahead and like the video because me know you're gonna like it. Okay? If you are not a new person here and you are a returning viewer, you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. But if you are subscribed, thank you so much for returning and watching my video. If you're like,
Robin, didn't you just post?
Yes, I did. But listen, I've been sent this video multiple times since it's been posted and people were like, please crash out. And I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. And the reason why is, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking a lot of trash about the Chubrubclothing person because they went onto Whitney Houston's internet and decided that they wanted to blame medical fat phobia on the fact that they, a business store owner, who knows how to plan an event at least and plan a business model and plan in general for not being able to find a scooter to fit their gigantomorphous size. And yeah, I just I get upset because the fat acceptance community likes to talk down upon people who have privilege or point out like, oh my god, you're so privileged, yada yada yada, you have privilege, blah 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 blah, but look at me, I'm fat, blah blah blah. I got so fat not because of privilege, not because I have the privilege to eat whatever I want. I live in a free world that, you know, I can get food anytime I can. I spend all my money on food, but I don't have privilege because I can't find a scooter that's in hippopotamus sized. Anyway, let's watch the reel. We're gonna nitpick. We're gonna chit. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk so much trash about this person because I just can't. I'm done. I really did crash out. I was so pissed. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. Listen, I was like, I almost wanted to cry with how upset and angry I was. I know that's a little bit extreme, but you know, I was upset. I was angry. And let's be upset and angry together, okay? All right, so let's listen to her cry first. Okay. Me crying. Me cry because the entire city of Seattle doesn't have a mobility scooter I can rent to use at my own fat liberation event. Medical fat phobia is real. Okay, I'm not an event planner, but I think we can all assume that events like something like a fat liberation event isn't something that you just go, hey guys.
Hey, next weekend I'm gonna have a fat liberation event. Bring your friends that are fat.
No, that's usually something that's happened at least weeks, but most likely months in advance, especially if you're using or renting an event space. Yes, it takes a lot of time to plan something like that. Why aren't you prepared? The city of Seattle is huge, and I'm not talking about the people. The city of Seattle is huge. I'm sure if you would have taken more time, prioritized the fact that you may have needed a scooter for your event, which we've seen them at a scooter. I think I've seen them at an event on a scooter before. Well, we'll take a look at their page a little bit more. They've done FatCon, and I'm pretty sure they've been in a scooter, that or they were just sitting all the time. I know that they use a cane, and I'm not downing anybody that needs to use mobility aids. Like, please use them. You know, we want everybody to be safe. However, this person, I'm upset because it's just poor planning on their part. Second of all, if it's not the fact that they can't find a scooter and it's more the fact that they can't find a scooter that fits them, I've said this before, you have to adjust to the fish tank that you live in, and baby girl, you have been overfed. You've outgrown the fish tank. The world is already pandering. I'm not sure if pandering. The world is already the fat acceptance community likes to say that there's nothing, that they have no resources. Everything's so small for them. They can't fit in XYZ. The world is so fat phobic. When in reality, and Angelica Unfiltered mentioned this in one of her recent videos, like literally everything is getting bigger and the sizes are not changing. So for example, I think Angelica and I may be the same size, like clothing wise. I'm a size 10 right now, and I can fit in a men's small t-shirt. I'm wearing a medium right now, but it's like falling off my shoulders right here. Right? Obviously, if it's fit, right? Okay. We can fit in small clothing. I can fit in small men's. I can't fit in small women's, but I mean, I could fit. It just wouldn't be a comfortable thing. But at the same time, I'm obese. Like, why am I fitting in like smaller items? I don't know. Things and items everything is getting stretchy. You can't even get 100% cotton. Don't even get me started on 100% cotton, because you guys, listen, my house flooded yesterday. My house flooded yesterday, and I had to use every single blanket / towel in my house, and I was getting so pissed because all the comforters in my house don't have actual absorbent cotton in them, and so nothing was absorbing this water. What the hell is going on here, you guys? But nothing was absorbing all of our towels. We have like 15 towels in the house. All of them were being used. It was terrible. But you don't see me crying. Why doesn't Florida have cotton? I don't know. It was annoying. But anyway, everything is no longer being, everything is so forgiving as far as like clothing items or articles of clothing. Everything is so stretchy. Everything is made, especially in the United States, everything is made for the fat American. So I'm assuming this person is upset that they can't, it's not that they can't find a scooter, is my guess is they can't find a scooter that can fit their gigantonormous size. I crashed out. I was so upset with this because I'm like, I was so upset with this. I was so upset to the point where I wanted to cry a little bit. I was a little bit hormonal, but like I wanted to cry because I was so pissed and irritated that this person has eaten them to the point of disability. And it's not, maybe they have something else that's causing, them to become immobilized that's not related to their obesity, but I 100% highly doubt it. We're going to assume they've eaten themselves. Well, you're going to see how big they are. We're going to assume they've eaten themselves to disability, to immobility. And that was the other thing too, is like, how can you not see this happening? How can you not see this happening? This is the problem with the fat acceptance community, is that they're holding on so strongly to fat acceptance that they are willing to harm themselves, physically harm themselves for this idea, for this ideology. It's no longer becoming a physical thing. It's becoming a political thing. I'm not going to try to lose weight regardless of whether or not I need a gigantonormous sized scooter. I'm going to just keep eating the way I'm going to eat and be immobile. And if I'm going to be honest with you, this person could definitely this person doesn't need a scooter. This person needs to walk, but maybe they can't. I don't know. But anyway, let's look at Chubrubclothing's page and just keep up the trash first of all. All right, so this is Chubrubclothing's page. They have 50.8 thousand followers. They do plus size fashion, art, and more. Fat liberation through bold fashion, plus art, generously cut for perfect fit every time. Slow AF for fats by fats. Co-founder, Seattle Fat Mall. So this is the mall that they have so they're mostly online, but they do have like a brick and mortar at this fat mall. Is it a brick and mortar? I don't know. It could just be like a drop site. I have never been. Look at their page really quick. So they do like bikinis and stuff. I'm not a big fan of their bikini line. I just don't. Sorry, it's a little bit skewed, but just still, it just doesn't. Some of the stuff is, I don't know. I am 100% for, like, if you're at the beach, get all the sun that you can get. We need that vitamin D. I don't really care if people want to show up in, like, pasties. But as far as, like, is this something I would feel comfortable in? Not really. I don't think that it's not very supportive. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not very supportive. It's this looks upside down, like this part should be underneath, but maybe they're it makes me think of remember in Dreamgirls when she's like, turn the wigs around.
I got it. Turn the wigs around. No, really, come on, turn the wigs around.
It reminds me of that. Like, I feel like this is upside down. What if it is and she just doesn't realize it? Like, this is supposed to maybe go around there and this is the part that goes in the back. I don't know. It's not looking very supportive to me. I do like how this thing goes around the belly, but I mean, it's just causing another roll. I don't know. What does the wording say? Promote prioritizing your joy over their comfort. Stop promoting obesity. Never. Okay, so they are promoters of obesity. I'm just saying that this isn't really supportive articles of clothing. But I mean, get your son. I'm happy for that. You know, I'm always a supporter of sunshine. So this is our person. I don't even know their name, and I don't care to know. But this is this person's. If you want to see how large they've gotten, you go shopping, but you're not the biggest size, you're the smallest. They do use a cane quite often, and most of the time when I've seen them, they are sitting. They are sitting, but again, they can't really walk. She's wearing Crocs, and what do I say about Crocs, you guys? They are naturally a wide foot, but I feel like they are hitting that Croc limit. Poor person. They can barely walk. I do feel bad about that, but like,
be nice. I'm finding it.
can we look within? Can we go, holy shit, I think they're maybe my age or older. Maybe not. I don't even think I don't think they're 50, but they're young and they've eaten to themselves to the point where they have to use a cane. I'm assuming that's why they have to eat it. I know that a lot of people use a cane and they're not obese. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the obese people who we know are using the cane because they've eaten themselves to the point where they need an extra leg, basically. You know what's crazy is a lot of these items of clothing, like, they just look like you can get them. I mean, are they really that much bigger? Or is just America just providing fat clothes all around everywhere? That's all I see. I don't know. Okay, so their fat, I actually really like the editing on this. Their fat event is this Sunday, the 19th, and they need a scooter by the 19th. But this was posted 5 days ago. Let's see if they've mentioned their plus size event before then. It's $5 to get in. It's at the Fat Mall. This was from July 5th. Okay, so we've got 2 weeks at least. This is from 2 weeks ago. I'm assuming this is also from the fat event. The fat event. I'm so mean. Okay, looking at her though. Okay, hold on a second. Looking at them though. No cane here. Tivas that they're spilling out of. Oh God. Okay, let's listen to this. All right, come with me for a special early sneak peek of the new plus size space in Pacific Northwest. Shops that center fat bodies have been dropping like flies since the election. Really? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been seeing a lot of more fat creators, I've been seeing a lot of creators create more fat spaces. That's just what I've seen since. What do you guys see? I see, like, I mean, this account is blowing up, and there are more. I mean, the fat mall is newish. I don't. Here's the thing: was there ever a fat, aside from Kato and Lane Bryant and Torrid? I mean, those are still around, I think. And well, I don't know about Kato, but was there ever like fat boutiques before 2020? I don't think so. And I think that people have just been getting fatter and fatter since 2020. So I'm not seeing that they're dropping like flies. If anything, maybe the people are dropping like flies, and that's just statistically, being in an obese body makes you, perish younger. The rise of fascism in our society means that the erasure of anything that is different for the sake of conformity. Listen, no, the only thing that is erasing people who are of obese is because it is due to health reasons. Like, we've seen fat influencers who have, unalived due to their sizes or comorbidities of their sizes, right? It's not fascism that is erasing fat people. It is obesity. Okay, look how large they are. I've seen people this size get scooters, so I'm just so confused why they're not able to find a scooter. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. The sound I hear when people talk about how much they hate their bodies, even though I'm a super fat person who loves mine. Oh, it's just like that staticky sound. It's giving very fetish to me. It's giving very, they eat and they love it a little too much. It's a little sexy time. It's a little too much for sexy reasons. Okay, so they hit 4,000. Oh, sorry, they hit 40,000, and this was from March. So they definitely are a growing brand. Eating a cake like that is wild. Me scared. This is the same double chin that I cringed at seeing. What? Excuse me. This was the same body I was desperate to hide. I'm scared. This is the same action I was afraid to have seen. Yeah, I don't think anybody would. Don't do this, you guys. Do not eat like this. Love yourself. Be a human being. Literally nothing has changed besides how I feel about it. Like, this is diabetical. Okay, no fat liberation without all liberation. Liberation isn't for some, it's for all. Fat people cannot all be liberated if trans people are still oppressed. Trans people cannot all be liberated if people of color are still oppressed. People of color cannot all be liberated if immigrants are still oppressed. Immigrants cannot all be liberated if Palestinian people are still oppressed. The list goes on and on. So if you ever wish someone would see you, please take a moment today to acknowledge the Trans Day of Visibility. Please, because all people deserve rights, dignity, and safety. Listen, I have posted things like this like on the channel of fat liberationists and fat acceptance people who bring on other marginalized communities, and in the comment section these particular marginalized people are like, please don't bring us into your fatness. like I've seen people in the comment section who are trans who are like, just stop bringing us into this. And the same goes for like people of color and people who are of immigrant status. They are also, I believe, the creator of Fatties for Palestine. Let me look and see if we can see that shirt. Let's look on their website. So this is their Chubrubclothing website. All clothing is here. Clothing, tees, and crop tops. I actually do think that this Fat Sprats style shirt is super cute, but that's just me. Let's see here. Protect queer magic. Fat witch. That's kind of cute. You know, I can be nice. PCOS babe. That's kind of cute. I'm not seeing. Let's see here. Okay, so Fatties for Palestine is like another, I guess, a different brand. Fat Girl Flow. Maybe it was just a brand. I thought it was the Chubrubclothing who made that, but I think Fat Girl Flow was like maybe the first person to wear it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I really don't. We're talking about Chubrubclothing, okay? I can't bring other people's clothing items into this. I don't have the bandwidth. I'm exhausted by them already. See, again, I feel like this is upside down. Is that the goal? Is it I'm wondering, turn the wigs around.
Turn the wigs around.
I'm wondering if this part, can you see my little, okay, I'm wondering if this part right here is originally made for the rib cage part, but the strings are larger on that part, so they flipped it so that it would fit her rib cage or their rib cage. I'm not sure. Or maybe they are, now hear me out, I'm not saying that they're not, they claimed to be a slow fashion business, but I'm wondering if maybe they got this article of clothing from somebody in another country and they're like, hey, let's just turn them around so that's our design. You know, business is business, right? Yikes. I will say though, the ability to upkeep such bright red hair is astonishing. but I'm assuming they're probably not that pink. When I had super bright red hair, I was pink all the time. And my shower was, and so were my pillowcases. Things I'm celebrating this year instead of our genocide backing PDF protecting billionaire run country. Living in a time when all I have to do to protest is wear a bikini. JK, you better be out there and voting this midterm. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude, it's an upside down fucking bikini. It is an upside down bikini. It's an upside down bikini. I have distrust. I have in my mind, whose bikini did you steal and turn upside down and call it your own? Or are they just like, you can wear bikinis any way you want to wear them? I'm confused. Okay, this is from a day ago. Tell your mom I said thanks. Question, how do you deal with your fupa dragging on the ground? It says your mom carries it for me. Okay, I will say this snake thing, it's giving very, very like, do you remember in like the like 2006, 2007, like chains and snakes were in for some reason? I had a snake shirt. It's very, very 2006 to me, but also like it's giving it kind of gives me also that just like that cliche, this is what a fat person would wear, like how fat people would usually wear, like the whole skulls and roses thing that Torrid people like to complain about with Torrid. At the same time though, I think the art is nice. I'm trying to be nice, but can I be honest, you guys? I'm a lipstick girly. At least something on the lip. This person's not wearing anything on their lip, and it's bothering me. It's a very very incomplete face to me. But I'm not a makeup person. I'm confused why they don't have the ability to get a scooter. It just feels like poor planning to me. It's not that they are too big for a scooter. We've seen bigger people in scooters, you guys. We've seen bigger people in scooters. They supply big ass scooters at Walmart. Go steal one. Go take one. It's not a supportive bikini, especially when you wear it upside down like that. I'm so confused. But dude, yeah, it seems okay, so watch when she turns around. There's a lot. There's a lot there. So I'm wondering if there's more string on that side so it fits fatter people when you wear it upside down. Or maybe it is supposed to be worn like that. I'm just not. It is not a great bikini. It's not. That is a nip slip waiting to happen. Let's see if we've seen them on a scooter in the past. I feel like I have. So here they are with their cane. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance all over. Maybe they have PCOS. Me not know. If he's not here to celebrate every season of Your Majesty, dump his ass. No. If your loved one is okay with you getting to... I'm just being honest with you guys. I would want my loved person to tell me, hey, let's pump the brakes on you gaining weight. Let's get you some health. You're in a cane and you can't find a scooter in Seattle, the largest city in the Pacific Northwest, I'm assuming. Pump the brakes. How it feels knowing I've encouraged someone's girlfriend to love her body more than she loves him. Whatever. I have nothing to say about that. Everybody should love themselves, but finding health and finding physical health, however that may look for you, is a form of self-care. If you are so big you can't find a scooter in Seattle, a form of self-care for you would be like, I need to cut whatever I'm eating in half and save the rest for another day. Skip a meal, right? Skip a meal. because this is too much. Oh, also, you guys, look at, so going back to their crying video, me crying because the entire city of Seattle doesn't have a mobility scooter I can rent on to use at my own fat liberation event, and then it says we don't owe you shit at the bottom. Nobody owes you shit either. Nobody owes you shit either. And again, poor planning. You knew you were going to have an event. Why don't you have a scooter? Huh? Let me go on to Marketplace. I'm going to do a Seattle, Washington Facebook Marketplace. I'm only going to let's do 20 miles. Hopefully they can, they can find something within then those parameters. Let's see here. And we're going to look for mobility scooter. Okay, this one has no arms, 1,500. As a business store owner, I highly doubt she has that much. Let's see here. That's not going to fit her ass. Let's do max 300. I'm assuming they could gather up that dough in a few days. This scooter, I don't know how far away Linwood is. Look at how much fucking... There's no audio. It's possible that it could fit her. It's possible it could fit them. It looked like it worked. Okay, a go-go light, probably not going to work for her because she is heavy. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe it is difficult. Scooter works, but it needs a new battery. Bought when I broke my leg. How much did you gain after you broke your leg, homie? God, you can tell the people in these scooters are so large. Look how torn up the seat is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of people who need mobility, but I don't know. Let's look more at their clothing items. Clothing, dresses. Let's look at their dresses. $120. $120 for plastic. This is $120. It's see-through. Am I old? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It looked very, very Shein. It looks very, very Shein. $120. Oh my God. What's the mesh? $120 for plastic, you guys. Babe, your new favorite outfit just found you. Oh, you can't even see that. Your new favorite outfit just found you. The Bloodlust mesh dress is serving all of them femme fatale vibes with its sheer see-through black and red mesh screams, be evil but make it fashion, made ethically in Colombia because we love slow fashion. How much are you paying for it, though, if it's coming from Colombia? I'm being for fucking real. And you're going to charge people $120 for it. Okay. This dress is comfy if it's fierce with a polyester spandex mix that hugs your curves just right. Let's talk about the fit. All right. Let's not talk about the fit. Let's talk about other stuff. Clothing. Let's talk about their crop tops and your tees. Let me look at this fat one. This is... Okay, they start at extra large and they end at 5XL. But then they get pissed when other stores only go up to 4XL. We are so fat, y'all. We are so fat. Okay, let's listen. Calling it all bold, stylish, and unapologetically fat babes, the Fats tee is serving early 2000s glam with a playful, iconic logo that just might remind you of a certain crew of fashionable dolls, Swinky. This tee is about confidence, fun, and embracing your own main character energy. Crafted from extra soft, 100% ring-spun cotton, this tee is both lightweight and durable, perfect for everyday wear while keeping you comfy, whether you are hitting the mall, chilling with your besties, or striking a pose. You'll love how effortlessly cute and cozy it feels. $35. Okay. Made in where? Nicaragua. Okay, so I did a quick Google search. A lot of the shirts that are 100% cotton coming from Nicaragua are from Gildan, and they wholesale between like $2 to $5. So I mean, okay, guess get your money, but I want to know if they ask about where they are sourced. Okay, about Chubrubclothing. In the summer of 2022, Chubrubclothing founder Candace Frank envisioned a brand where playfulness, softness, and edginess collide. Like many fat kids turned fat adults, Candace spent projecting a toughness designed to tell the world that she simply couldn't give a damn about what it thought, but in the face of loss, she found a new kind of magic. Chub Rub is a reclamation of all beautiful things about us that told time and time again to hide. It's a celebration of softness, of curves and rolls. Chub Rub is here to help you revel in the little secrets, your bumps, wrinkles, and fold hold. Jesus. All right, Candace is a clothing and costume designer, a fat liberation activist living in the Seattle area who needs a extra large scooter. When she's not running Chub Rub, Candace loves designing opera costumes, enjoy local kink events, she is a kinkster, right? She do be doing this for sexy reasons. Okay, it's, you know, process of elimination. I'm just gonna say I think she's a fetishizer, a feta cheeser. All right. Contact us. I really want to know where they're getting. My assumption is I doubt these are $10 t-shirts wholesale. My assumption is that if you look online, just type in Google who wholesale Nicaraguan shirts, it says something like Gildan is the one, and again it's like $2 to $5 per shirt, which I don't think $35 for a t-shirt nowadays is a terrible price. That's just pricing, right? This cow crop top though, it looks like it's not 100% cotton and it is more expensive. Let's see. Yeah, recycled poly fabric. You guys, I am such, oh, and it only goes up to a 3XL. I am such a fabric snob. I really, really am. I'm donating all of my like clothing items that don't have 100% cotton. I can't even, it's almost like a feely, like I get panicky if I put something on and it's not 100% cotton. I'm just like, this feels so wrong to me. It feels terrible on my skin. Glorifying obesity t-shirt. Okay. Goes up to a 6XL and is $35. Ooh, I wonder if they're doing the more expensive clothing items for the ones that are, first of all, not 100% cotton, and then second of all, are offering smaller sizes. Let's see. This is a plastic shirt that says Fat Babes Are Hot. Hard to Swirl Fat Babes Rainbow Crop Top. Okay, starts at a large. It's $65, again, for plastic. Okay, this is a swimsuit. All right. Okay, that's a different thing. This is also, I'm assuming, a swimsuit. Let's see here. Puff Puff Pass. Another. Oh no, this is 100%. This has 77% polyester. So now let's look at their swimsuits. And then we're probably just going to call it a day because I'm just like, I don't know. I just wanted to get out there that I was a little sick of this person. Slime string bikini. Lots of string so that you can be as fat as you are tall and still wear this teeny tiny itty bitty bikini. As you can see though, I'm not seeing any of these people wear their bikini upside down. Have y'all seen it yet? See, they're wearing it properly. Look at that though. Okay, so if you can see my little screen here, geez, oh my gosh. Oh, I thought this was something else. Okay. It's not even, so it's a non-supportive bra. It's not even holding this person in, and then is it not tied? Why is it just tucked in? What are we doing? What are we doing? None of them are wearing it upside. Okay, here's an upside down one. Oh. Oh my goodness. Why is it like that? Okay. There we go. Okay, so they're wearing it upside down. I guess there's different ways that you can wear a bikini, but this is just not... This isn't... It's not flattering to me, right? I guess, you know, to each their own, but it's just not even... It looks like I can look at that person and be like, your bikini's upside down, you know, you can tell. See, and then they have it right side up this way. I guess they're just trying to be... Again, it's just a turn their wigs around moment. They're just trying to be fashionably different. Me not know. Me not know. I want this hat. I needed butter stuff, you guys, because I do be eating lots of butter. But anyway, you guys, back to our gal. Me, while skinny girls are still complaining on a reel I posted months ago saying I only make clothes for fat babes. No, we saw that you had a medium size on there. You were just charging more for it. Let's see here. Let's read. Let's read. All right, the place to complain about what you can't have is not on a page that yet she's complaining that she can't get a fucking scooter in Seattle. In Seattle, as a business store owner, you can't get a scooter for your fat event. If anything, you don't need a scooter, you need a fucking hand cart. You need a dolly. No, I will never... Oh, I will not ever be focusing on making straight size clothing because they already have everything. I have put special skills that make me better at designing for plus sizes. You have special skills? You mean just like personal experience? Like, I don't know. I don't think it takes special skills to draw something bigger. I don't know. I'm not a designer and I don't own a business. I'm just one person and only have so much time and energy. I genuinely don't find it interesting. However, if you really love one of my designs, there are a few things you can do. Send your plus size besties our way. Buy something and pay a sewist to alter it to your size. Leave a kind comment. Start a business where you focus on making things that you can't buy. That's what I did. I guess good for them for, you know, they did that. They couldn't get what they wanted and they did it themselves, except they can't do that for their scooter. Maybe you should be a scooter designer. Maybe maybe you should start your own business around scooters. So that, you know, this should be a wake-up call for you. Or better yet, maybe you should lose weight. Maybe you should lose the weight. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. These people are eating themselves to disability and they can't wake up. Wake up. You are eating yourself to death. You cannot move. You can't move. And you're crying on the internet because you live in the largest city in the Pacific Northwest and you cannot find a scooter to fit your ass. Wake up. Wake up. This is ridiculous. All right, you guys, that's about the crash that I could do for our gal over at Chubrubclothing. Again, you guys, we are in an epidemic. We are in an epidemic where people are eating themselves to the point where they cannot move. They cannot get up on their own. They can't stand at their own fat liberation event. And instead of seeing that as a wake-up call, they go onto the internet and cry because they cannot find a scooter that will enable them even further to gain more weight. It is it's astonishing. It truly is astonishing. I'm astonished. It is enraging, actually, you know, but maybe that's what they want to do. They want to enrage people. I mean, that video alone got 208,000 videos. The video prior got 43,000 and the video after got 10,000. So maybe they know what they're doing as far as business wise, making some money. I don't know, but you've eaten yourself to the point. The crazy thing is there are videos of her where she's walking around without a cane and then she does need a cane. I know that some days you do, some days you know. She probably knows that she will for this event need a scooter, but the fact that you've been planning this thing for at least 3 or more weeks or months, which I'm assuming is probably months because event space is, you know, booked often. I just don't see how you couldn't. Also, you would think that, hey, I need a cane now. I'm pretty sure one day I will need a scooter. Like, save your money and get a scooter. I just am so shook. Like, extra large. How much is an extra large scooter? Extra large mobility scooter. They are pretty expensive, but you can get one off of walmart.com for $2,000. You could have bought you could have saved one. You could have saved some money and got yourself a scooter. If you would have planned. If you would have planned. And I don't know if any of you guys use a mobility scooter. This isn't regarding you in particular. We're talking about people who are of obese and obese epidemic-y who need mobility scooters because they've eaten themselves to disability. I'm not talking about people who are regularly disabled or if I don't know if that's offensive to say, but like if you do use mobility scooters or mobility devices, does your insurance cover it? I would assume yes, right? I would assume yes. But I don't know. I wish I could have filmed the minute I was sent this the first time because I was just like, how could you not see? How could you not see that you've done this to yourself? And it's enraging to me because you are blaming fat phobia, medical fat phobia, on something that all it took was to just put these two things down, put the forks down, put the two hands down, and maybe read a book instead of eat when you are bored. Right? It is an eating problem. It's not that she just sits there and gains fat. She is probably eating herself to an early grave, and it is sad. It is sad. Like I'm not gonna say that all of her shit's ugly. I mean the shirts are cute, but I mean I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, she's people like that. I want to say, and this sounds really mean, but I want to say like that's the worst type of person that you could be, in my opinion. Like, I mean, there's worse people, like be honest, criminals and stuff like that. But as far as like the fat acceptance community, being somebody in the fat acceptance community, literally admitting to glorifying obesity, eating yourself to disability and blaming fat phobia and medical fat phobia on it, and then just poor planning. I'm just like, get the fuck, be for fucking real. Like, be for fucking real. Be a grown up. Wake up, see that this is literally shell farm, right? Shell farm, like you are hurting yourself, and get off the internet and go on a walk. So that's it. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe and hype the video if you can. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about coming onto the internet and crying because you can't get a fucking fat scooter? I don't know. Goodbye.
Last day I knew you were my pet. I wanna tell you that I love you.